Hello, Tim from Fairplay Now on the 5th of January 2023. Short one today because I've got a video for you to watch, a really worthwhile one. But before I get on to that, we all know, don't we, that a certain thing that's been sort of touted about over the last couple of years is far from being safe like we're told by government, by big business, big media, and pretty much everyone else, as far as the powers that shouldn't be are concerned. So when you accept that, you then have to start looking around and think, what else might there be that the powers that shouldn't be, the government, the media, big business, etc., tells you is safe when it might not be? And is it really as safe as what they're telling you? Because their track record's not looking great, is it? So I think it's very valid and a very natural question to ask. And I know many people watching this will be asking that question about a certain communications technology which is in the process of being rolled out at the moment. I'm not going to beat about the bush, I'm just going to say it. I'm sure this isn't going to be censored. 5G. Now, I know a lot of people have got concerns about it. I've got growing concerns about it myself. I'm normally, or have been up until recently, a big technophile. I do like technology, or did like it until I started realising that it's possibly not all it's cracked up to be. And what I'm shooting these videos on is an iPhone 11, and I would have updated it by now up to, probably, I think it's a 14, which is the latest one. So I'd probably have at least a 12 or a 13 by now. But I've held off because I think the iPhone 11s are the last ones without 5G. So that is kind of where I'm at with it. I'm holding off doing these updates now on the phones, etc. And when you see people talking about 5G, people who don't just accept, what the government's saying, what big business is saying, etc., but they are looking into things a bit more deeply, there are certainly causes for concern there. Now, I was privileged to not only go and attend, but even actually film a talk given by a guy called Ian Jarvis, who is kind of an expert in 5G, and he's looked into it a lot. And not only has he looked into it, he's actually got results from getting the rollout sort of stopped in various places. He's had been involved in actions where they've gone to the court and to the local councils and got the erection of masts refused in various areas, and he's had a lot of success there. And in this talk, he begins by saying how the governing body, ICNIRP, who are supposed to look out for the dangers of these things, their guidelines really aren't fit for purpose. For starters, they originate from the 1950s, so they're well out of date. And then he also addresses various other concerns he's got about their guidelines as well. You'll just have to watch the video to get the full thing on that from him. But he then goes on about, to use his words, 5G should be our biggest concern. And that's saying something when you consider the big V and 15-minute cities and central bank digital curries and all of the rest of the stuff. For him to say, no, put all that on the back burner and you should make sort of 5G your biggest area of concern, that really is saying something, isn't it? And again, he explains why in this talk. And it's not all doom and gloom. He does make you aware of the potential harms of the thing, but he then sort of goes on to talk about how you can protect yourself and also how you can fight the erection of the infrastructure in your local area. Like I say, he's got tips and strategies as to how he's obtained his successes, and they have been quite considerable. He's even got admittedly a small but growing band of councillors, local government councillors, who are coming around to his way of thinking. So he is getting a lot of success, as are other people. And I did read, totally independent of this, I did read an article in some mainstream media publication while I was on my usual travels around the internet, and I saw this article, and it is saying how the rollout of 5G has been a lot slower than anticipated because they are getting so much opposition to it, and a far greater than expected opposition to the rollout. So that is a good sign. That should be taken as a good sign for all of you guys and girls who are out there fighting this already. You are obviously already making an impact, and I'm quite happy to sort of help you on that by promoting this in Jarvis Talk, the video, spreading it far and wide. Feel free to share it yourself, and yeah, let's get the word out about this concern. And if it is an area of concern, we need to do all we can to sort of fight it. I think even if you're not that concerned about 5G, it's still worth watching, because I think you'll learn a lot. And after all, the old saying, forearmed is forewarned. So sorry, the other way round, isn't it? Forewarned is forearmed. Get it right, Tim. But I would suggest you would find it very valuable to watch this video. It's quite a long one, got to admit, but he goes into really good levels of depth on the subject. So if you're at all interested, I'll leave you to go and watch that video now. As I say, it will be on my website, fairplaynow.net/must. If you go through to that, you'll see a big red button, click on it, and then you'll go through to the Rumble channel and where the video is, and watch it from there, and feel free to share it. So let you go and do that. Back tomorrow. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.